We'll be right back.
Never. We're not.
Welcome to tonight's episode of Roll for Perception, a group of young nerds gathered around playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I am your DM for this evening. I am Josh, and we have, as usual, Nathan with us. We have Glenn, who's back from his shitty holiday.
After haunting us repeatedly.
And we have Fishboy.
What?
We have Gareth with us. That's a bit of an inside joke. Tonight we'll be obviously continuing our 5th edition campaign now that we have everyone back. And
hopefully no more interruptions.
yeah, I'm actually away next Friday. No, I'm not. I actually could have been, but I'm not.
Don't even fucking joke.
Friday after I am though. I actually am. So
another one shot, lads.
I feel like the one-shot playlist will get very fucking large.
Which, do you know, come with, I genuinely only just realised there now, as I was saying that I'm away the Friday after next. So, I mean, at least I'm telling you 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah, it's better
rather
than
than Glenn
fucking
saying 2 minutes after we ended the stream. So, anyway, we're continuing the Lost Mine of Phandelver homebrew-esque twist on it. And yeah, we don't forget to go and follow our Twitter over at R4P, where Nathan obviously keeps it, running, tweeting all
so
day,
much
every
on
day.
there.
Hasn't tweeted in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And any other announcements? You guys got anything? Glenn, did you enjoy your holiday? Ish. Adequately. Okay. Gareth, have you enjoyed?
I can't say that on stream.
Okay. I enjoyed my trip away. That was pretty cool. We've all had many holidays, and then so
I've had an amazing holiday in my room.
me too.
I haven't fucking seen sunlight in weeks.
I waited in a line for 9 hours. Yeah, my feet were sore.
Were they?
Yeah.
Only 9 hours?
In Mother Russia waited for days.
Just for 1 cup of vodka. Anyway, so without further ado, let us go ahead and roll for perception.
Natural 1, it is.
19.
Not 1. Adding up to 3.
12.
It's pretty.
So Cage goes blind.
Only in one eye though.
Yeah.
And the other one's just a bit blurry, Anyway, so we'll have a quick recap. Because it's been 2 weeks, so you guys have probably forgotten a bunch of stuff that's happened.
Wow.
We know Nathan has.
Yeah.
So KG Squared, the group that you have, KG All Squared. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Open bracket KG, close bracket square.
Yeah. You have so adequately named yourself. Fuck off! Jesus Christ! You had been sent out. You had been sent out by Phandelin's Time Master to deal with a camp of orcs over at the Wyvern Tor, which was basically a small ruined town on the east side of the Swordcoast Mountains, but they were situated inside the mountain. The orcs had been roaming around, terrorizing the lifestyle of the area, and you guys had been promised 100 gold to go and deal with them.
Did you collect that award?
Yeah, you did. That's where Rum got his 1 gold.
Oh,
You split it evenly. 33, 33 and 1. Upon completing your task, you started to head back to Phandelin, only to realise that the horse, or the ox and cart that you came on, the ox had been slaughtered by an owlbear a night or so before.
Yeah, we're going to have to explain that, aren't we?
And unfortunately, before you were able to stop the owlbear, it got your ox. So you ended up having to go back to Phandelin on foot.
I just remember Cage's treatment. Blasted with fire coal.
Can I cauterize it? Oh shit.
Oh no, it's burning red frost. Oh no, it's dead, spare the dying.
Upon almost getting back to Phandelin, mid-rest overnight, during Greg and Grum's watch, you guys were assaulted by a small litter of sturges. Your small goblin friend Grun was almost killed by the blood-sucking birds, but the party eventually prevailed, and you then made your way into Phandalin, where you were granted your 100 gold and a week free stay with food and drink provided at the Stonehill Inn. Nee kept one of the sturges. And tried to gain some more information.
Boss is so fucking useful.
I know.
Tried to gain some more information on the little creatures and how they were used in previous years. You two, Gregor and Cage, then decided that while you would go off and do this, you went and collected your reward and then headed to the smithy. Or you went to the Lion Shield Costa first, got some supplies, headed to the smithy.
Bought some daggers.
Where Nee then joined you in the smithy. Where you were, talking with Patrick about some weapons and whatnot. You bought your various things, and Nee got your rapier silvered. The cost of 3 platinum signet rings. And after this, KG all squared, went to the Stonehill Inn to begin their free week of stay with food and drink provided. And as you went to sleep, we ended that session. So now we pick up in the morning of the next day. So
I remember this from somewhere.
that's where we picked up in the one shot last time, just the next day. Oh my god. So yeah, you wake up and you assumedly come down to get some breakfast, and yeah, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
If I remember correctly, it was 3 days to get my weapons covered.
It was 3 days because Patrick had a couple of projects he had to do beforehand.
So I've got 3
That was
days
about the
to go.
same length of time it would take the Lion Shield to get my daggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were getting a shipment in from Yartar, a city east of Phandalin, probably like 200 miles east. So
Not too far.
4 days on horseback with a big cart of supplies. But yeah,
I did also get myself, which is nice.
you got like a 1 by 1 inch.
2 inch by 2 inch.
Sure. Like that. And Greg got your sledge or crowbar for a very reduced price.
Alright. After food and shit, I'm gonna head over to Transcendard Manor.
Is there any like
Okay.
I'm gonna specifically ask for like a chicken drumstick with my meal.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the bone, I'm gonna break it, I'm gonna put the broken part of the bone in my composer pouch.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a strength check. Try and break the bone with your bare hands.
What's going on?
Athletics check, I'll say.
It doesn't matter. 7.
It takes, a few. Yeah, you've got like a minute of you sitting there, like trying to break it. Greg is, sitting beside you, just kind of like internally chuckling, and you put it up against the bar, and you just like snap it in half there. After a few like hits on it, trying to weaken
For
it.
finance, it's only like a wee small like wishbone.
And yeah, you it's probably like bone probably about like that longish, and then you snap it in half, like a KFC drumstick,
Because KFC drumsticks like that one.
Well, yeah, they're like that long.
Or like that.
That's what I said, like that long.
Be like that.
And yeah, so you got that, and you wanted to go to the Transcendar Manor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to go into the lower half.
Okay.
Like on
Are
the
you
ground.
like bringing these guys with you?
If you want to come.
Might as well.
I'm just going to have a look through the books as my...
He's going back to the big house that we killed everyone in early. A few days ago.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, it was
A
like
period of time, they'll...
8 days ago.
The day that Prowan got out of jail and put back into jail, like the period of time in between that.
And I
It was
murdered
about
them.
8
then
days ago.
executed.
You were away for about a week with the orcs. But yeah, so yeah, you guys head down. down past the sleeping giant, into the Transcender Manor. You go down back into the basement into like the roundabouts of the Red Brand's old hideout, where there's just now empty rooms, as in empty as in no people. There's still like whatnot. But so you go back down to where Yarno's office-ish was, and you.
There was a lot of books there, wasn't
there was a bookshelf. And there's probably, just by glancing, about 30 books on it.
I'm gonna take each one down and inspect it.
Okay, like the titles just?
The titles, I'm in particular looking for anything folklorish or myth-like creatures, anything like that.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a investigation check.
Investigation's intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah. 11. As you are taking down each various book, what was the book you found in the other place?
Here.
I believe I remember the name of it, and I don't want to repeat it.
Operating in Vernicus?
That wasn't it. I'll tell you that much, it wasn't that.
No, that was some weird name.
Sorry, make that there for yourself. I scribbled it really fast. I think this is.
It looks like Aberrations Insane 9!
Oh, Apparitions Insignia or something?
Maybe.
There's something about aberrations.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna note that down properly.
Okay, yeah. Aberrations Insignia is what that was. So after you start reading the titles, and there's no book that it's like you come across as it seems like folklorish, but you come across a book, and the title of it says the title of it is just a very basic, the area around Fandolin.
I just want to get that, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
going to
you
look
got
for any books that may have sort of magical properties.
Okay.
Like a spell book or something, because he was like a.
He was like a
He was a wizard.
The area
or
around
something.
Fandolin. Yeah.
Because your mum was like a wizardy sort of type.
Yeah, he was like looking into necromancy stuff.
Not that it's any use to me, but it use to someone.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a investigation check as well.
15.
You find another book. It's got a bunch of information. You open it's got a table of contents. It's got a bunch of information about necromancy and whatnot. I'll get you a title one day.
Okay. I'll keep that.
Okay. Note down you've got necromancy book, and then make a note that I need to title it, so you can tell me to give you a title of it. But yeah. You did anything while you're down here, Greg? Or you just
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any books on sort of specific weapons or anything unique ones.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
11.
There's no books here that are specific to any information on weapons and whatnot, because this the room you're in and the room adjacent was the room Iarno was using for his alchemy stuff and whatnot, and he's more he was a wizard, so he wouldn't really keep much on actual weapons, but you do find a book that talks about some special necromantic enchants that can go on weapons, more like small enchants, but yeah.
Quick question, what is this world's view on necromancy? Is it evil or is it...
General is, like people will people will test with it to find like the limits of it under supervision and under like knowledge that the people that are higher up know that it's going on.
Okay.
And can put a stop to it if need be. But yeah, if you are found out doing it, if you're found doing it without, you know, any like permission, then you're probably, depending on the area, it's like it's going to be a bad, you know, punishment and whatnot.
How long does it take to read a book, by the way?
We could probably get about 100 pages an hour generally. Well, what's your intelligence score? No modifier.
13.
You probably get about 100 pages an hour. And like most books you find of like information are generally like 200 pages kind of thing.
Like 2 hours each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Especially books about information and whatnot. If you find like a kid's book that's got like 10 pages, you know, but you know, for the kind of things you're looking for.
How long would it take me to get through this book?
What's your intelligence score?
18.
18. You can read. You can definitely read a lot faster.
It just looks at the page and just absorbs the information.
Probably takes about 45 minutes to get through 100 pages for you.
Okay.
There's also something else I was going to ask, but fuck, I forgot it. Yeah, can you skim read?
You.
Or does that requires a skill, doesn't it?
I think so.
Not necessarily. It's you can skim read, but it's like kind of useless in a sense, like especially for if you're looking for like something specific in a book of like a big book, you know, it's going to be like a lot harder to find, and then if you find it and you're only skimming, so you're not going to find out much about it. But you know, you can easily like find each like chapter, read the chapter title, and read like a couple pages. You know.
Yeah. Okay. See if there's anywhere else I haven't been. We're still at Orchard, but. Also, is there a courier service in Funland?
There's no specific service, but you can easily go and find someone and hire them.
Town hall would be best for that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm literally proficient in nothing but quarterstaffs and daggers.
Hence why I have so fucking many.
If I have a lot of them, eventually it'll be useful.
Most likely. Actually, I'm going to just pop over to the town master as well.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you see as he finds his book, he's like, ah, it's the one, and then gets up and begins to leave. You head over to Thomas Hall. Takes like 3 minutes to get there.
And I'm going to find just anybody about that looks vaguely important.
Okay, you walk in and Harbin's sitting there behind his desk, so he's like, Nee, what can I do you for?
First I'm going to jump up onto the counter so I can actually see him. Yes, I have this every single time we start.
This is why I pick an easy accent.
Harbin, who would I go to if I needed a courier service just to deliver a small little thing?
Well, I would suggest you come to me, and I will get you a guard who you can, you know, ask a couple questions to make sure you trust him, and then yeah, he'll deliver whatever you need to deliver.
Okay. Could I get one?
Okay. And he says, it's like, yeah, 2 seconds. He goes down into the jail, and he brings up he recognises Andrew, the guard. He was like, yeah,
I totally recognise him.
he was down there when Prone was put in, and he comes up with Andrew and he's like, this is Andrew. He's done a few carrier jobs over to Neverwinter there. So, you know, the town trust him to do the carrying. So here you go, Andrew. This is Nee. Andrew's like, hi.
I wave with my very undersized paw. Right, I need a courier service to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not too far away. Yeah.
How much would that cost?
Let's just get the distance. Waterdeep is not on the map. It's roughly the same distance it is to Neverwinter. So, a few days.
I think it might be a few more than a few days.
Be fine. Well, it's about 100 miles southwest. So I'll put you at about 10 gold.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand them over a very small ladder.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
like folded, very tightly ribbon, wax sealed, like the whole fucking shebang. There's directions inside as well of exactly where.
Okay.
Well, it's on it,
Yeah.
not inside it.
Yeah. I get what you mean. It's like, okay. I will head down. It'll probably take me about 3 or 4 days to get there. I'll be on foot. So
I'm gonna pay him 5 now and 5 when he returns. If that's okay.
go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I think I've passed it. It'll have been past 20, I think. Charisma plus 3. Yeah, 21. Yeah, 21.
He's like, usually I don't do that kind of service, but I trust. I know you've been helping about the town, so I trust you. I trust your word. So he accepts 5, and he's like, I'll be back in 4 days or so.
Okay.
Give me the other 5 then. And he goes off and gets prepared to leave.
And also, is there any other like job boards, or not even job boards, just information?
Go ahead and make a roll for perception.
Oh yeah. I'm proficient in that, right?
Yeah.
It's 4. 11.
You look around. You go outside to the job board. There's outside. It's still nothing on there. And you know that you have. You remember talking to Sister Granell about the Banshee.
Where was that again? Sorry.
It's the Banshee up in
A mysterious place.
up in. Oh, you didn't actually find out because all you did because you were gonna
Yeah, I
go
said
back.
I would
for
come
more-
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you were gonna go for more information. So, and also there was a thunder tree for the pendant from your woman who you saved, well, who Prowan helped save, and which Nee doesn't know about. So, yeah, disregard that. Nee does. So all Nee knows about is the Banshee.
The
And
Banshee.
at least you don't know about the Banshee, but you should know about the tree. So.
Oh, we need to have an information gathering website.
I'm gonna go to Barthen's Provisions.
Okay. Okay.
Like, this is like 15 minutes after we just left.
Well, it's
Well,
the
different
next
day.
Different day.
So yeah,
15 minutes
you go back.
in our time.
Yeah.
I'm
go-
gonna, after that, I'm gonna pop over the orchard as well.
Okay. So, what are you doing, Greg?
I'm gonna head back to Carp see,
Okay.
because she said about, well, his mum said about like goblin camps
Mhm.
nearby, so I'm
Mhm.
gonna see if she knows any specific locations.
Okay. We'll do Cage first. So you head round to
Sorry,
round.
we're just splitting about around town. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
You head over to Barton's Provisions, and you walk in, and Elmar Barton is in there with Ander and Thistle, and you walk in, and Elmar's like, "How's it going?" Because I can't remember if it's a guy or a girl. I think it's a guy.
I'm pretty
Pretty
sure
sure
Yeah,
everyone
it's
in
a,
there.
there.
it's a human male.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, "How's it going?"
Alright, because I just remembered I have these. I've got a couple of gold ruby earrings. I
Okay.
want to see how much they're worth.
Okay. So he. Do you remember where you got them? Do you get them in the orcs or with the red ones?
Red bronze.
Sounds so confident.
Do you remember what?
I
part?
had them when we went into the orcs, so it must have been the red
Mhm.
bronze. I've had them for ages. This is what I. This is like Skyrim all over again. I just
Yeah.
gather up a bunch of jewellery, hoping to sell it, and never do.
I get that.
Whenever I do get around to selling it, I have so much that the shopkeeper runs out of money.
You set them down on the table in front of him, and he. Oh.
That was louder than expected.
Table collapses.
He looks at them and inspects them. Trying to find where they are. You sure it was in the red brands?
I think it was just random loot that I picked up around the place. I don't think it was actually.
Unimportant. I would not have thought of that. I'll tell you that much. I might have gone with the orcs.
Okay, I don't know. I know that I found them somewhere and I'm wanting to sell them now.
It wasn't with the orcs.
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't with the orcs. I got it before the orcs.
Where the feckle was it?
What was it that I got, Lucas?
Pretty sure it wasn't with the orcs because they had like really weird stuff with them.
Don't know.
Can I just look up in the player's handbook how much like they roughly cost and just work off there? Held it for you. Fucking DMs offloading jobs to players. It's so unfair. How dare we have to do that?
Because I had an eye patch as well.
Yeah.
That was from Red Brands.
That was the red brands
That
because
was- that was
that's in the
definitely red
thing. It's red.
Yeah.
I got it.
You
I got it. It was in the red
50
brands.
gold pieces.
He looks at it. He's like, "Oh, gold is so yeah. It's gold earring set with a tiny ribbon." He's inspecting. He's like, I would probably estimate this at around about 25 gold.
Insight check.
What a surprise.
9. 9!
You reckon
I'm not German.
as he's inspecting and he says 25 gold, you can see that he's not lying like a lot. Like he basically, you reckon they're probably worth a bit more, but he would put the price lower to you because
He's a
he needs
businessman.
because he needs to make money. He reckons that they're not worth much more. Like no one would buy them for much more, so he would need to make money from it, you know. But yeah, so he says, you know, about 25 gold. He's like, I would buy them off you for. I wouldn't make much of a profit. I'd probably buy them off of you for 23 if you're looking to sell them. Perhaps the lion shield won't really sell small trinkets like that, but perhaps if you were to maybe in the smithy might be able to melt them down for probably not as much, but it's the rubies that are probably, you know, get the sell out of this. But yeah, I'd probably buy them off of you for 23 gold.
I'll think about it.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not looking to sell them right now. I'm just looking for that valuation.
Fair enough. And then what do you leave after that? Yeah. Or
I mean, I don't have very much else.
yeah, the bob. Got that eye patch.
I do have that eye patch. Is there anything special about this eye patch, or is it just an eye patch that I looted off a guy?
It
Any defining features?
is an eye patch made with a black leather set with semi-precious stones. It looks quite rare. It looks more rare than the earrings.
Okay. I'm not going to mention the eye patch.
Okay.
Not at the minute anyway. And I have an iron key for some reason.
Yeah. That's you picked that. You picked that. Picked off the eye patch, the iron key, and 33 silver from one of the bugbears who you were holding around, and the iron key was like you used it to like unlock the cages, but you did that manually. So you did that with force.
I'm just going to keep the key for,
Okay. Yeah.
Or
It, well,
bargaining purposes.
it unlocks all the doors in the hideout, so it's like a master key for the whole basement.
Yeah, I've already.
Let me just
used that.
rechange.
Yeah.
Change this from iron key to what's the
Transcender Manor
Yeah.
basement key.
cinder?
And yeah, the eye patch has some stones in it. Pretty cool. And yeah, so Greg, you head over to Alderley Farm, where there is Carp and Killeen tending to their farm. And as you wander over, with Grung presumably, you wander over and Carp's like, "Oh, Mum, the big guy's back. Greg's back." And Killeen's like, yes, he's back. Calm down. And as you get closer, she's like, "Oh, what can I do for you, Greg?"
Well, I was just wondering. You told me about nearby Kragma, like camps or whatever. Would you know the nearest location of one? Or?
Yes. If you basically, if you go a little bit south down from my farm here, and she points and it's basically the opposite direction from the town. If you go a little bit south, probably about a mile or so, there's a group of I think there's probably about 10 or so goblins in the camp around there that have been harassing my farm overnight, and so the camp down there. There is, I know of one up near the mine. There's one there that apparently they've been stealing small pockets of gatherings from the miners, and I know there is one east of Fandolin. I'm not sure whereabouts that is, but yeah. So there's one just south of my farm. Around the mine and east of town.
Alright, thank you for the info.
No worries. Always happy to help get rid of them. And then she just goes back to like tending to her crops. And Carp's like, oh, Greg, are you gonna go kill some goblins? You gonna go slay some goblins? Wow, that's so cool. I mean, wow, oh wow, Mom, can I go kill some goblins? And Clay's like, no, Carp, you can't do anything like that. And Carp's like, oh, well,
It's not your fault that you've got all the disadvantages on everything.
well, Greg, thanks again for that stone. I really love that really big stone. That's really, really cool.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
so much. And then he goes back to doing his part of the aid with the farm. And yeah.
I'll just start heading into town, find one of these two.
Okay. So you went to
The orchard.
Farm,
Elmore.
Edermath
Edermath,
Orchard.
yeah.
Okay, so you head back up towards the Triber Trail and then head down the road, veering right, down to the end where the orchard is. And as you approach Beside the apple orchard, there is a small cottage,
Yep.
and yeah, it's got a thatched roof, a few windows in the front, and you don't see anyone outside. Or you look off to the orchard, which is like around the side and the back, and there's no one out there currently tending to it. It is probably about 10 a.m. at this point in the morning at the minute.
Does it seem to be fruitful?
Well, you can see fruit growing. Nothing ripe yet, but there's definitely some growth at the minute.
How big is this orchard approximately?
Probably goes about. You see the cottage, which is about like 30 feet, and then you see like beside it goes about another 30 feet of trees, and then if you like walk around to inspect, it probably goes about like 30 feet back.
Okay.
And then there's trees all around the house. You can see on the map where the trees are.
I'm gonna go over the house and knock on the door.
Okay. So as you go up and you knock on the door, you hear, I'm coming. I'm on my way. And what opens the door is a slim, fit-looking, like silver-haired half elf. He looks in shape, but he looks about over 100 years old.
Okay.
But obviously elves live for
Way more than that.
yeah, that's
They
like
live too long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, what can I do? Do I know you? No.
Well, not exactly. I'm just prospecting, we'll say, around fun and seeing what the locals are like.
Okay,
So-
fair enough. My name is Darren, and I used to be, a fighter, but I'm retired now. What can I? Were you looking for work around the town, or
Not exactly. I was more interested. Do you know any location of Cragmaw Castle? That is.
The castle? Well, I know it's up north a fair bit. I know of the cave that they were in.
Yeah.
But the castle, I'm not sure exactly how to get there. But I know it's up north a fair bit. Would probably take about a day to get there, from what I've heard. But I know it's in the Neverwinter Wood. It's in the forest. I'm not sure how deep into the forest, but it's in there somewhere. So you're going after the big goblin tribe then?
Currently, yes.
Fair enough. Been harassing the area around us. Yeah.
Also, do you know anything of a banshee nearby?
A banshee. I heard Sister Gariel. She was mentioning about one up near Coneyberry. But I'm not sure about any more details. You'll have to go speak to her if you're looking for more information about that.
Sorry, what was the name of the location again?
He said up near Coneyberry. Cony Berry.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm going to head off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to try and reconvene with these two.
Okay. So, as Greg and you head back up to, probably all head to like the middle of town and then like look around, because you kind of see everywhere. You probably all head around there about, like within 2 minutes of each other, and you reconvene right in the middle of town, beside the green. Yeah.
Well, we've got, downtime, to say the least. And is there anything you guys want to visit?
There's a Cragmaw hideout south of elderly farm. We could possibly go over there, deal with them quickly.
Yeah. I hear Garadell. Gariel, sorry, my E's. Yeah. Gariel has a problem with Banshee, although I'm afraid we might need more heavy weaponry to actually deal with it. And
I could burn that.
I don't think you could burn a Banshee.
I can try.
You can definitely try.
Just 4 burning hands. No, 4. 7 burning hands because I can cast it at 2nd level.
Yeah, I don't want to target that Banshee until I get my silver blade pack.
Good idea.
Just in the off chance. I think that hideout actually sounds decent.
Yeah.
Might as well go after the cap. If you need any daggers, I can.
Actually, I think I have a dagger.
Can either both of you roll an intelligence check or one of you roll with advantage?
He's
Then 2.
decent.
Greg can cage.
Shall I roll with advantage?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just the
Just to be sure. Natural 20.
Okay, so
So
as
24.
you're talking about things that you can, do around the town, you remember about Thunder Tree. You remember, Greg, you speak of the camps, the goblin camps. You also remember that when you left Neverwinter with your cart of supplies, that was for Gundren Rockseeker, who when you got to the part of the Tribor Trail where you found his dead horses, you remember that he was captured and along with Sildar, but Sildar was in the cave and Gundren wasn't, and you so you remember that Gundren is still somewhere, and Sildar, I'm pretty sure Sildar, if he didn't, he did now, mention that
he's in the castle.
yeah, Gundren was taken to the castle, and it's been probably now it's been about 12 days or 10 or 11 days.
He's dead.
So yeah.
Or at least very close to it.
And he was carting something big, he put it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was later revealed to be something about
Him and his brothers were, yeah.
His brothers were there, weren't they?
It was him and his brothers that found out the information about the cave. Nee doesn't know this.
Yeah,
But,
just for
but
those at home, yeah.
you question and they know the information. They could probably relate to me. But it's him and his brothers. It's like learning a shout in Skyrim and the
Yes.
It was him and his 2 brothers that found out all the information about the cave and whatnot, and they set out, and it was they set out, the 3 brothers and Sildar set out, and Sildar was running in the cave. So assumedly, all 3 Rockseeker brothers were taken to castle, which you only have a vague idea where it is.
Yeah, I would have told them about
Yeah.
Neverwinter Wood as well.
Because also Larissa was like that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, little backpack.
You don't talk about that episode, Claire.
Abby was so mad. She was like, "They turned my person into a backpack." I was like, "It's just the game, innit?"
That's what happens when you make an annoying character.
Yeah.
Character.
I'm just thinking, if we go clear out your camp, we might actually get more information about where the castle actually is. Because maybe if there's a leader or something, we could.
Assumedly, Greg would have relayed that there's 10 goblins there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
Is that it?
We'll just say.
Well, that's what Greg was told.
Yeah. Okay. It's like if we could find a
10
leader.
goblins, 7 burning hands.
Which one wins? Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
It's not too far, wasn't it? It's only
Yeah, it's only a mile away.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Yeah, just do
as well.
Or 10 o'clock, by the time you get there, it'll still be daytime.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Alright.
Yeah.
It'll be better to go at night. I'm just thinking.
I guess we do all have dark vision. Do you have dark vision?
I don't think he does.
Yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, otters don't get dark vision.
I have the D&D Beyond page.
The other folk.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting that I don't have dark vision
Yeah.
because I'm so used to playing a character that does.
It's so useful.
Otter folk.
Don't think I have dark vision.
No. However, you can hold your breath for 10 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no, you do have dark vision.
I do?
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Well, there we go. That's that was well. I'm holding my breath for 10 minutes is so useful, like. I can be waterboarded for 10 minutes without
Even that, all you need is like a short period of time in between.
Yeah, exactly. And
Take
let's
another
face it,
breath.
He has so much water that they can pour it for 10 minutes straight.
True. It's
Yeah.
like being at home.
It's not torture, it's therapy. Actually, if we were to bring one of the goblin leaders back to the town master, could we interrogate him there with the help of them as well? So, like,
Halia.
yeah, with the help of Halia, predominantly.
I think Halia would happily help us in interrogating.
Yeah. And you know, it built a bond with them. So whenever
So
we
Halia
inevitably
doesn't hate us as
accidentally
much.
fuck up, it won't be as bad.
We won't get executed like Rowan.
Yeah.
Shall we just go?
Yeah, we may as well,
Might as well.
unless there's like something else we need to do. But
Yeah. Because pretty much everything else isn't time sensitive. Well,
I
I
don't-
feel
I-
like this Cragmaw Castle is slowly becoming more and more time sensitive.
It's gonna be that adventure where we just ignore the main quest and then just get overrun by an army of undead.
All because
Yeah.
gay marriage wasn't illegal.
It's not like Skyrim where you can do every other side quest. Like, other stuff does happen while you fuck about, but yeah.
we just hope he's been made a slave or something, not dead.
Which is
That's
worse.
the scenario.
I mean, if he's dead, he can't tell them anything.
See, like, the only problem I could think of is if he was to give the information to Cragmaw and I have to deal with them and wave that going.
Hmm.
But, like, they're goblins.
And a dry.
You're what?
And a dry.
What's the drow?
The spider.
The black spider.
The black spider.
Is that revealed to be a drow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When does that happen?
It
Quite a while ago.
was- Yeah. Iarno.
Oh yeah,
You are-
vaguely described. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I remember now. Biggest lie.
But yeah, Lee wouldn't know about him being
Yeah, I
a dry.
wouldn't have known either, but yeah. Yeah, I'd say we just go down to this direction.
Tell you, man, elves are bad news.
Elves are fucking awful. That's why I think that secretly your man at Eatermouth Orchard is secretly the evil villain of all of this. But yeah.
In fact, as you, because well, I guess you were not in there for the week. Whilst you two were staying in the Stonehill Inn beforehand, you would have heard people talking about Darren, the guy that was up at Eatermouth Orchard, because you would have heard about how he was a fighter who served as a marshal and herald for many years in the lands of the Dragon Coast, which is like southeast. But then now he's retired, and and he is a
And he's just
member.
at his prime.
And he's a member, or he was a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, but is no longer, but still keeps tabs on like what goes on. That's like he's well known in the town, and so it's like his stories are kind of like passed around. So you would have kind of heard that from chatting people in the tavern.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Do you want to lead the way, Greg?
Yeah, sure. We'll head down to that one south.
Okay.
I'll stand in the middle of these two, so
Grung like walks alongside Greg.
Yeah, I jumped on top of Greg again.
Damn it, I'm at the back.
Okay. So
I'm gonna stay like 10 feet behind Gregor, so I don't have to like worry about him trying to jump from person to person.
Again.
Okay. So, you head down to Alderley Farm, and you double check with Clean, and she like points you like more exact. And you head south about a mile. Takes 10-15 minutes or so. And you come across well, you can see from about 300 feet back, you can see a few tents pitched up, and you can see there's not 300 feet away from like the town. You're about 300 feet from like the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I thought you looked at the map because I couldn't see the map of it.
No, I was looking at my.
And yeah.
Just walk about another 100 feet back and just start like launching eldritch blasts in that direction.
And you see a couple of tents. You see there's a few trees scattered around. You can see some ropes dangling from branches. You can see a few bits of like collection of wood around, and you can't see any goblins at the minute. And as you sit there, kind of like analysing, what the situation is, you see from out of one of the tents, a goblin comes out of one of the tents, followed by two more, and they start climbing up one of the trees, and they take the rope off of the tree, and
I saw fireworks.
they come back down, and they sit around in like the main camp area, and start doing something. You can't really see what it is from this far away, but yeah, that's kind of like the situation, and you can only see 3 at the minute.
Looks like we're going to have to deal with treetop warfare. Possibly.
There's only like
Can't fight in
around
the
the
trees
camp.
if there's no trees to fight in.
Around the camp, you can see like within about like 20 feet of the camp. There's only like 4 trees around. So, but yeah, and they're quite. It's about spring, so they're like getting their leaves and whatnot back. So there's like parts of it are a bit covered, but parts of the trees are quite sparse. Dun dun dun.
What do we cover getting there?
It's quite open.
Quite open.
Yeah.
I don't benefit from low light conditions yet, so no point in waiting until it gets dark.
Can I see if there's any sort of traps sitting about, like on the way there?
Go ahead. From like standing back and looking. Go ahead and roll for perception.
That's a 19.
No traps around the camp that you can see.
Sorry, I just look something here.
Can I have a look at the trees they entered, see if I can sort of see anything that's changed about them?
Yeah, go ahead and make another. We'll use the first roll. I will say look around generally. You see the tree that they climbed. They took a rope down, and you look in to see if there's anyone else in the tree, and you can't see anyone in the tree. And by the looks of it, all they did was take the rope off of the tree. You look at the other trees, and 2 of them have ropes in it. There's no goblins in the trees. And you look around, and you kind of move around a bit to try and get a bit of a closer inspection as to what they're doing around, like, in their camp. And as you kind of move around a bit, you can see 3 more goblins sitting on a log, so now a total of 6.
Can we get a map for this at this point?
Yeah.
Because I think we're getting to the last.
Start to
Get into that
draw
stage.
and describe. Separate yourselves. Oh, that.
This the other side's just this film.
Get another map. There's another one. Oh, is that like the?
Hey, Josh.
Yeah,
Just
those are
behind you.
Oh, there's one here.
Yeah, there should be another fresh one as well, but I think you have that one.
Probably. Okay. Okay. Where's the black marker? Oh, map. Okay. So from back here, we'll say, right. So there's like a tent there. You can see another tent. They're not exactly like straight like this, like at right angles, but just for the map. There is a few logs here, here, there's another one here, and then there's like a, what you can assume is a put out fire in there. Make it red so you know it's where a fire was. You see, I'll mark the people on the map after. You were coming from like here, so you were about 300 feet back this way, and Greg, as you walked around, that's where you saw 3 more over here. There is also another tent here. And then the trees are doing green. Hopefully this green marker works. There is a big tree here. It's about 20 feet tall. There's a really thick tree here. It's about, estimate about 30 feet tall. Tree here. Tree here. This big one is where they took the rope down, and these 2 over here still have ropes. And I will mark on some goblinos.
Make our life easier.
Hmm?
Make our life
Because
easier.
I can't see that green. I don't know if you can.
I can see it already.
Yeah.
You get better markers.
Yeah, I've bought a new pack and got them in my room.
You should make use of your corrective lenses.
Not what I'm listening to that.
So 3 of them sat down over
The one we
here.
can see.
3 of them are sat down over here. They're dead now.
I mean,
Well, job done. Let's go collect the reward.
Look at that, just so we know which was which.
I'm gonna guess I'm picking up 3 here.
Well, Greg is standing here and can see it, and
Yeah.
you can see another 3 there. But that's what you can see at the minute. And yeah, so you're like 300 feet back behind the tent.
Could I sneak up along here so I'm on this, like around this tent here, since that seems to be the only.
You can go ahead and make a stealth check, yes, to sneak up there.
I'm just gonna make sure I'm getting all my bonuses correct.
+9.
It's great, isn't it?
good expertise.
Upwards of 20, 25.
Okay. As you move up, you get to behind the tent, seemingly unspotted.
I'm on the tree.
I'll look at this
I'll
tree
get spotted.
again, now that I'm closer.
Okay, yeah. As you're inspecting it from the bottom, go ahead and roll for perception.
For 7.
You look up to like underneath a few bigger branches where some leaves were covering from before, and it's pretty empty. There's no one in there. Yeah, that the rope is obviously gone.
Yeah.
As you get closer and you look around the bottom of it, you can see like some blood stains around the bottom of it on like the grass and on the tree.
And can I hear if they're talking at all?
Do you speak Goblin?
I don't speak Goblin, but I'm just...
You can hear some noises.
Okay, so...
A little like...
Would it be possible for me to tell what their current state is? If they're just like relaxing socially, or are they... Does it seem like a board meeting?
Is it like hit? Is it
board meeting?
It's like hidden caution or danger?
You can go ahead and make an insight check.
What was insight again? Just
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yes.
5?
Language barrier.
Just like real life?
You cannot tell what their conversation is about. If it's aggressive, if it's an argument, if it's
Goblin's just like
random
perpetually
chit
angry.
chat.
Like Spanish people. You cannot deny that one. Spanish is a very angry language.
It's cold air. Oh Jesus. Okay.
Right. I don't really want to risk moving, because that's another stuff check.
Okay, what? So as you got up there, that took you about
stealth check. But
took you about 30 seconds to get up there. Well, actually, it would have been about 15 because you can dash and whatnot. Or no, it would have been with dash, so about 30 seconds. What are you two doing in that time?
I'm gonna
30 seconds.
be
Also,
sort of like over here, about 200 feet away from the camp.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna sort of move and sort of sneak up on that and...
Okay. Are you bringing Grung with you?
I'll make him stay back for now, but tell him to move up if anything happens.
Okay. So go ahead and make a stealth check with disadvantage because you're like right in the open.
Okay. It's a 9.
Okay, what's a Goblin's passive perception? I think it's a 9.
Yeah, +6 to stealth, so
might as well.
I will have a plus 3 to stealth.
Maybe the urchin?
No.
As Greg, you're strolling around. You're probably still trying to get like quite a wide berth around it, like about 200 feet curvature, and then come in a straight line. Knee, you hear everyone go like quiet, and Greg, as you're like pacing over, stealthing up, you see everyone kind of like freezes.
Just remember you're a bugbear. Talk to these people.
Well, I say in Gollum, like, hello, is anyone there?
You're like 200 feet away, so you're
I
like,
scream.
you're gonna like really shout.
Yeah, I'm gonna really shout it.
Okay. You get back in Goblin, and you've no idea what it says, but it's like a really loud, high pitched, it's kind of like shriek. It's you get back essentially along the lines of who are you? You're not part of our tribe.
Well, I wasn't originally, but one of your associates told me to deliver a message to you guys.
Okay, you get go ahead and no, it wouldn't be yet. Go ahead and so are you at that point? Are you like walking directly towards them?
sort of like, I don't want to move too fast, but just sort of slowly pacing on.
Probably like 10 feet every like 6 seconds, we'll say, or something.
I'd just say as well, after recognising Gregic's voice, I got to unsheath my blade.
Okay.
Very, very slowly.
Yeah.
But
your like dagger, yeah.
Yeah. No, my sword that I have. I've got a rapier and a short sword.
Okay. Sure.
Same stats.
Okay. You get okay. Come closer. What's the message?
How close am I to Len?
By this point, you're probably still like 180 feet away.
It's in a letter. I need to hand it straight to you.
Okay, and they're saying like, come over.
Okay, well I go right over to them.
Okay.
I'm going to
go ahead and
take this moment to prepare an Eldritch Blast just in case this breaks out into a fight.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check as you get closer.
That's 5.
As you, I mean, where's this letter coming from?
I'm just sort of like, I have my hand on my back, and I just have my hand on like my morning star.
Okay.
Got a message.
Yeah.
What the hell?
As you get right up to them, the yellow, like, big-headed one, yeah, he like starts kind of approaching you a bit more, and you get to about there, and he's like,
as he approaches, I'm going to move around this direction.
Okay, everyone's still like looking towards Craig as well, and as you get to there, you remain undetected because you're a rogue. As you get to there, he's like, "You're not one of our tribe. Where's the message?"
Right here, asshole, and I just
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack with advantage because it's surprise.
Do I still get my extra attack? Yeah.
You're level 4.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about
So
that. That is a 19 to hit.
disadvantaged.
Oh wait, disadvantage.
Oh yeah, sorry. When it was advantage, yeah, surprise rather. It's gonna hit.
So it's surprise, so I get my surprise attack.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
I love barbarians.
4.
24.
Yeah.
That's definitely more than I got with HP. You sound like the teens, I think. Normally. Or
No.
Like 11. Was it? No, was it lower?
Yeah.
6.
Was it 6?
Okay. What do you say? 24.
Yeah.
Okay. As you say, right here, asshole. You just like bring your morning star out and just, and he just in.
It's like
Yeah. You send his headless corpse about 30 feet in the air and soaring over to about there. As yeah.
I just gotta like shout
headless.
at this point and just think, fuck it.
At that point, yeah, you would get a surprise attack and you would also get a surprise attack, well, a surprise round, so you
So that
do
was-
two actions, yeah. And
I
you,
have my prepared
okay, which one are you firing at?
Eldritch Blast.
You're like about, we'll say
I'm
you're,
like
we'll
200
say,
feet
yeah,
this direction.
yeah,
I'm gonna this guy.
okay.
I lost Sniper.
Sorry.
14.
I believe that misses. So,
I guess at that range, it kind of makes sense.
Oh yeah.
as you send this ball of purple energy hurtling down, it just hits the log that he's sitting on, and his eyes immediately dart towards you.
This little like black figure like squatting down in the field 200 feet away.
Nee, what are you doing?
Fuck.
What else have I got?
Surprise round gives advantage, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise round gives advantage. I didn't roll with advantage.
3, 4,
Oh well.
5, Yeah, I can make it to there.
I forgot
Actually, I'm gonna make it to the
forgot
layer
advantage.
instead.
Okay, yeah.
And with my short sword, I'm just gonna stab this bitch
Okay.
with advantage.
It actually, for you, it would have been disadvantage because they're all sitting. That's technically classed as
yeah.
prone, and a ranged at prone is a disadvantage. So,
It would have been a straight roll anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. But
Plus
then you're using
5.
melee, so advantage. So yeah.
Double advantage.
21. Let me just reconsult my notes just to make sure I'm doing this right. Short sword's D8, isn't it? 6. Plus my sneak attack damage, which is still.
Actually, yeah, I think it's a d6.
Fuck, I've forgotten sneak attack.
Your sneak attack is, what are you, level 4?
Yeah.
2d6.
That is 2d6. Okay, so it's 3d6.
Short sword is, yeah, so 3d6 plus your dex.
8 plus my dex, so
Plus 5, 13.
13.
I think I have yet to kill something.
Yeah, go on.
I've yet to hit something.
As me scurries up and you run up to this yeah,
Just calling
and
already.
you just as he's just looked towards Cage, he then just about turns towards to see this little scurrying thing come up towards him, and you just fucking like shank him in the neck, and he just falls backwards, dead. And Grung then moves 60 feet towards you. Grung sees there's some action going off. So he you would have told him to stay back, so he would have been like back. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still like
Well,
200 feet away.
I'll say it takes him like
Something
5
good.
rounds to get to anyway. But yeah, so then roll initiative.
7.
13.
19.
7.
Don't worry, Nathan. Level 7, I get advantage on initiative rolls.
Yeah.
At level 7, I get
Nothing.
4th level spell slot. Yeah, my first 3rd level at 5th. Yeah, so it's at level 7. I'll get my first 4th level spell slot.
I can't wait till my rogue starts getting way more damage. More damage on canny dodge.
Can't roll less than 8 plus 12 in evasion.
Okay.
20's up.
Okay, so right.
The 1 million damage cantrip.
Grung, who doesn't roll with disadvantage anymore, thanks to Gregic. Gregic,
13.
13. Cage,
7.
neat.
19.
Okay, so immediately after this goes off, the yellow goblin in front of Nee there, instantly stands up and lunges towards Nee, the first one, to act, and it's going to attack you with a, I think it's a 24 to hit. Let me check, I think it's plus 5. Natural 19 plus 4, so it's only 23 to hit. Don't worry.
May I remind you all that my HP is 19?
I'm fine.
Okay, so
It's like,
with his short sword, he does 8 points of slashing damage. It was 6 on the d6 plus 2.
So I'm 11.
Slashing damage with his scimitar. And then it's Grung, who would then move up, and I'll make a tally of his how many rounds it takes to get there. Is then okay. So you have quite a high dex, so you go first.
Okay. Question: Inspiration gives advantage.
Inspiration gives advantage. I'm like
Okay.
99% sure.
Does that trigger my sneak attack? Because I'm attacking with advantage.
I would say yes,
Okay.
but I will check. We'll say yes, honestly, for now.
I'm going to use my inspiration for this
Okay, yeah.
next attack.
Too
17.
many to hit.
Yep, that hits 17.
You basically have burning hands as a cantrip. I'm sorry.
Yeah, gives advantage.
12 plus 10, so 22.
Yeah, which one are you hitting that one? Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, Glenn, for eliminating all these targets for you to get a chance, like, but
Correct.
It's gonna take me a while to get there anyway. I mean, it doesn't really.
I don't need to.
Um,
I have 3 spells that I can use from this range.
okay, as he dies instantly. As you do that, as you kill him, another goblin emerges after hearing all this ruckus. Emerges from the tent here, and doesn't do anything. Just gets the chance to emerge. It is then.
Walks out, just little exclamation mark pops up above his head.
It is then.
that's not his show.
Okay. After that, another 2 more emerge. Coming from this tent, so behind these guys, and then this tent here, 2 more goblins
We've got the
emerge.
mushroom heads back on.
That's all they do. And then it is Greg's turn.
Quick question: any of these look like a vague leader, or have
Um,
we killed the leader? Or
they all look very similar. Leather armor, shield, scimitar, and a short bow. Much like the ones you already faced before, but none of these seem to look leaderish. Gregic.
I'll activate Rage first.
Okay.
Just,
I think he needs some more damage.
and I
He
will
does.
attack that boy. Fuck, that's a natural 1.
Yeah, automatically misses. This goblin, ducks out of the way of your morning stars. You slam it right into the ground.
just can't hurt its wee pretty little face.
Pretty.
Let me just check.
The morning star shatters above in the dirt.
Reminds me too much of Grum.
All these goblins look so similar, you might have mistaken it for Grom.
Okay. I was checking if you could clarify to attack recklessly after you've rolled, but you have to clarify before the roll. Because reckless gives you advantage, obviously. So,
Well, it does have some sort of drawback.
yeah, I mean, the next attack on you also has advantage. It is then.
It's fine if the next thing dies.
Yeah. So then the grey boik. Nope. The grey boy. Is gonna move around towards Gregic. He can get there easily. Yeah. And is gonna make a little stabby stab. With a 23 to hit as well.
Yeah.
This is my mistake so far.
Rolling very well for these guys. Dealing 4 points of slashing damage.
Is that already half?
Dealing 2 points of slashing damage.
If only you could put Barbarian and Rogue together.
I mean, you
best.
could multi-class.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they get both benefits at the same time.
I mean, yeah, you can multi-class. Like, it will take like a fucking long time to get like a really, really good one, because you know, a lot of the good stuff comes at higher levels. But you know, you get rage at level 1.
Yeah,
you
I
get
know.
Sneak attack at level 1.
But I mean, like, could you rage and sneak attack?
No.
Yeah,
that's,
that's
that's,
like,
like
you
a,
can
that's
do
a
that.
good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Although if you're hitting with advantage while raging, you never know.
Yeah, it's good point. Anyway,
so many broken combinations.
then it is Cage. Your turn.
Who can I see?
You can
The grey boy.
pretty much see the grey one, and yeah, that's it.
And they.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm just gonna throw another Eldritch Blast over and I'm gonna
Okay.
aim it at that guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is that? 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Would that not be with disadvantage?
No, because he's
Like
Okay.
standing again? Yeah.
And it's standing, yeah. 8.
okay, yeah.
Not that
As
great,
you
Cage's first actual kill.
as as Brady, you get shanked by this scimitar. A bolt of some purple energy comes along and just kind of like hits this goblin in the chest, and the goblin just like collapses dead.
Goblin's pretty shit.
Then the yellow one, the number 2 on his head, it's his turn. He's gonna knee is closest to him. So he's gonna run up to knee. You can get there. Be that, yeah, no, that, yeah. And he's gonna make an attack on knee with a 6 to hit.
Doesn't quite hit.
Yeah. So
Just as well.
you take your short sword and just like kind of quickly parry his scimitar. Yeah, he's like he's like screaming all these like profanities, but you don't know that. You just hear like that's like all you kind of hear.
Sounds like he's shitting
Greg,
himself.
if you hear, "Hey, you little fucking otter!"
Didn't know goblins were from Belfast.
Yeah.
Thanks, those are anger issues.
Next, the blue guy, he's still alive, is gonna go to Greg, who's in front of him.
Oh, here?
He can like, he can get there, yeah. Yeah, he's gonna make an attack with a natural 8 plus 4, it's 12. So
No.
it would hit Cage, but it wouldn't hit you.
It would hit me too, is the thing.
I know. So yeah, you just kind of like, he just kind of tries to stab you, and he's a weak little goblin. You're a big fucking bear. Next is Grung, who then takes another 60 feet
What a
of
crumb
movement.
roll. Jesus Christ.
20.
Fuck. Okay.
Wow, comes before you.
Yeah.
Then it's knee.
Is this guy technically locked in combat? Yeah. So will I get a flank on him?
Well, you can't get behind him.
Because he's there.
Yeah.
You can get behind the guy that you want to get behind. To get the guy behind him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't get a flank on him, so it kind of defeats no purpose. Yeah, I'm just gonna smack this boy.
Okay.
Wait a second, it's still might hit. 9.
With your short sword is finesse, right? So you're gonna add 5 and then plus whatever. Yeah. Is finesse and light, so you can use it to make 2 attacks with a bonus action. So you can make a second attack with your bows. The first one doesn't. The first one misses.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just try it anyway. And again, that time it's on natural 20.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Plus 5, so 7.
The what number was that?
This guy has a 2 on it.
The Elvis.
Does it really matter? They're all dying anyway.
Just kill them all now. It'll happen eventually.
Yeah. So as you you turn around and this one's like tried to strike at you, and you come back, and as you make your first strike at it, it kind of like does the same maneuver you did, where he blocks it with a scimitar, but then doesn't realize how quick you are, and you get the second attack, and you just right in the throat.
No reason know I have multi-attack.
He just he falls to the ground dead. He's a demon.
Then I'm gonna move.
Okay. Yeah.
Where to though?
Behind Greg.
It's flanking Greg.
Shit.
Where
the reason is so that you actually have to like
yeah.
get out into your line of sight. That's definitely the reason.
Definitely.
As you do that, the green one follows knee. And gets
Can it reach him?
yeah. What's that like 5? Yeah. It took 15 feet. It was half his movement to get there. It's going to make a scimitar attack at you with a natural 3 or 7 to hit, which doesn't hit. So because it's not some sort of like expert in combat. It doesn't know it can flank the bugbear. But so yeah, it misses you, and then it is
tunnel vision on the otter that just killed its friend.
3 of its friends.
3 of its friends. Very true.
Okay. As the 2 mushroom heads.
Greg, you heard for a world of 10 here.
One of them.
That's only if the hit.
Yeah, so it's
going to move. So this one is gonna move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. It's got 60 feet towards Cage.
140 feet.
There's another 140 feet to go.
And the other one is gonna just stay there, not move.
He's just gonna hide behind his friend.
Then it is Greg.
I will hit the guy in front of me.
Okay.
That's a 12 to hit.
That does not hit. So as you once again bring your morning star up and try to slam this little bugger he's a slippery guy. He's a slippery bugger. And yeah. It is then
You don't get multi-attack?
No.
Rage? No?
no. Cage.
We'll launch an Eldritch Blast at the guy who's decided to, run at me.
Okay.
Because Eldritch Blast. Well, with a 15 hit. No.
Just hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Three damage.
That was number. Okay.
Maybe we should number them.
Hmm?
Maybe we should actually number them on the
Well,
map next time.
no. Because I remembered.
Barely.
It only took me like half a second. Well, I mean, it was one of 2 choices, and it could have been any, so it didn't really matter. But oh well. It is then back to the top. So the blue guy is going to make an attack on Gregic.
Ooh.
It is back to Cage. Yeah. I forgot to do his first attack for his first turn, so that's why he's at the top. He's going to make an attack on Gregic with a natural 20.
Okay.
To hit. So that's double
the damage than half it.
So that's 3 points of slashing damage to Greggy.
This fight's really hard. I think I might die.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I actually might.
I mean, I might, but I have a less chance of you than you.
Double my health.
I know. And I'm like 200 feet away.
See, when I leveled you up to level 6, you had 2 less HP than Gregor. And then it is Grung who moves another 60 feet, so he's gone 180. So he would probably be like.
Let's see, relative to Gregor. 20.
He was about like. Gregor was trying to move like 200 feet, and like he told Grung to stay back a little bit. So we'll say he's about.
Where?
Like, yeah, put him there. Put him on the map there. So he's there. That's his turn.
Rip.
Because, yeah, he did an action. Wait, goblins can only disengage and hide as a bonus. So, yeah, it is then to knee. Yeah, knee.
Stop this one here.
Okay, yeah. You probably need to move 1 to get it because of Greg's like big raging hulk of mess.
14 just misses.
Just misses.
I'm going to use my bonus though.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
That time I think it hits 15.
15 just hits, yeah.
Doesn't feel right when you're rolling 1d6. Like it.
But it's
4
dead.
Plus 5 is 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you turn around, you get Greg's back, and you stab this other kid behind him, and yeah, these things are dropping like flies the way you're going, and it drops down dead.
And I'm gonna move.
Okay. That's as far as you can go because you have to use
I already
5 feet.
moved 1, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go to there.
Yeah. We'll say you're nimble enough to, maneuver all over the bodies because you're small and also a rogue without having like difficult terrain because there's a lot of bodies. So yeah, you move to there. It is then. Okay. So that one goes to attack Grung. This goblin was actually. Let's roll intelligence check. Yeah, he knows that Grung is not part of his tribe, so he makes a
Technically, though, would Grung have been because he was with the Red Brands, and the Red Brands were working with the Red Brands?
No.
Oh, interesting information.
Or well, this goblin doesn't seem to recognize Grung.
Okay.
Say that. 4 plus 2 is 6, so Grung takes 6 points.
You seem way too happy about that.
He just wants to
Me?
kill off Grung.
No, I was just saying Grung takes. Drop my pencil.
The fact like you were smiling, like an insane amount of saying that Grung takes 6
Grung
points.
Grung's gonna die. Grung got less than half health yet. In 1 hit.
Does he actually?
He actually does.
I'll help him out with an Eldritch Blast.
Spare the dying. Not Eldritch Blast. None of your ice fire shit.
He's gonna make that stab and then run another 40 feet towards Cage, and Grung's gonna get an attack back on him with a.
So he's 100 feet away from me now.
With a 6 to hit, so it doesn't.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Spell sniper, you never know.
Okay.
I'd have to use distance spell because Burning Hands is a saving throw, not ranged attack.
Okay. That other mushroom head is going to attack Knee, now that he's in front of him, with a 14 to hit. No. As that happens, where the headless goblin was,
Which one?
the one that Gregic decapitated with his morning star.
This one.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah, you see. Actually, let's make a roll for it. I'm gonna use your dice. for the fun of it. Okay, yeah. You notice, Cage, you don't. Gregic and Nee, you notice that out of the tree from this side comes a bugbear.
I say that's one that we should capture.
Yeah.
A big bugger. And he is wearing clothes. He's not wearing armour. Doesn't look like he has a weapon.
Definitely capturing this one.
And yeah, he comes out of the tree and he kind of roars a bit because he can hear all this commotion.
Dumb teenagers.
And then it is Gregic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just try to hit him again.
Like you hit that time.
Yep. 19.
21 just rage.
No.
No.
Fuck you, Clive.
Do you not get a +2 to hit whenever you rage?
No, but you
No.
do get
Plus
+2
2
bonus damage.
I thought it was to hit and damage.
19, 22 damage.
You send the God, yeah. You basically you get this your morning star, and you like hit a dog with it. You hit the goblin on its left side, and it just hurtles into the tent beside you. Like through the yeah. Is then Cage. Nope.
No.
It's then
Pretty sure it's grown.
No, it's not. The other mushroom head? No, because the other mushroom head's already gone.
Yeah, it is grown. Grung's the only one who hasn't. Everyone's had a turn.
no Grung's at the top.
Yeah, but everyone's had a turn.
Yeah, but Cage hasn't. There's one before Cage.
not already
I think,
dead?
I think
Which
the one
is
before me is
yeah.
dead.
Yeah. I just marked off someone else who was dead instead.
They're all going to be dead eventually.
Yeah. So yeah, Cage.
I'm just going to use another Eldritch Blast on the guy running at me
Okay.
with a 23 to hit.
Knock his fucking block off.
They 9 damage.
Yeah.
Clothesline with Eldritch Blast.
Does anyone have any rope?
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's still rope dangling from them 2 trees as well.
I suppose we'll use that as well.
If all else fails.
I'm just thinking how to come incapacitate a bugbear.
Eldritch Blast until he stops moving and spare the dying.
Then it is Grung's turn, who catches up to Gregic. And then it's Neely's turn.
Stab this bitch.
Okay.
Gonna use my bonus actions all the attacks and assuming that doesn't hit. That's 25.
Yeah.
Singular d6.
Plus 5, so 6.
Okay.
No matter what.
It's at least 6.
As you stab this goblin in the arm, or somewhere not as vital, this one doesn't seem to drop like all the other ones have in one hit, but he looks like his arm is pretty fucking like sore.
Okay. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Is then the other bugbear who's gonna march down towards Gregic.
Can you make it, yeah?
Do they have 35?
30 got 30, but he can dash, so he gets down towards Gregic, and he's basically in Goblin. He's like, "Bugbear friend, what is the meaning of this?
Are you going to go quietly, or do I have to take you down myself?
What is the what? It is. He does not seem like any sort of intellectual. He is like Like,
I've just figured out a easier way. Just take his knees off.
what have you done with my camp, you fucking imbeciles? And yeah, he doesn't have a weapon in his hands. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Definitely not intellectual.
and yeah, it is then Greg, your turn. Nope, it is that other goblin, sorry, that me attack. He's gonna strike you with a 11 to hit, so good hit. Then you, Greg.
Alright, listen. Either you calm the fuck down and I take you back to Fandolin, or I beat the shit out of you and bring you to Fandolin anyway.
What? Fandolin? I don't know of any Fandolin. I just
Break his fucking legs.
what? I just work for the big man. I just need to earn. I just need to live. Get out of my fucking camp, you what the fuck? And he's, I mean, yeah, it's not his turn, so he can't really do anything. He's just kind of like screaming.
Okay, well I'm just gonna try and knock him out.
Okay, go ahead and
Knees.
make a attack roll.
I'm using my Morning Star, so
Yeah.
19.
It's yeah.
Should I roll damage or not?
Yeah, roll damage. Yeah.
$24.
24. As you aim for the head to try and like knock him out, bluntly knock him out, you hit him in the head and like blood starts pouring from his head, but he's still standing and still like screaming like what the fuck is going on basically. But you didn't knock him out.
Should have went for the knees.
But like there's a lot of blood coming from his head, so.
Give it about 5 minutes and we'll be fine.
Would I have time in my turn to do a medicine check to sort of patch it up, or?
Not with the commotion that he's
Okay.
like wailing about with. And also
Sorry, just kill him. I can
another
strike him
a raging bugbear trying to do a medicine check probably won't go too well.
Yeah.
Like,
Gage.
let me help you.
Gage.
Punch all the blood back in. Most likely start moving closer. For the
I'm
animals right
going to
behind.
move like 30 feet closer. And then I'm going to use Eldritch Blast on this guy's knees.
Okay.
Never mind. 10 to hit.
10. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not gonna hit. Yeah, you send it hits the log beside him, much like the first one did.
Is this per log?
Grung. Grung, peering around the corner, seeing Knee in some dire straits, is gonna.
I lost more than a quarter of my health.
Yeah, he's gonna run like around the back of the tent and gets like to beside the goblin that Knee is interfacing with.
Not like
Yeah. And that's all I can do.
If he gets his fucking kill, I swear to God.
And it is then Knee, your turn.
Yeah, he's not flanked, is he? No.
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 Just in
Because
case.
you're looking at him.
Yeah. Unnatural 20.
Yeah, thanks.
10.
Yeah, as Grung comes running around the corner to try and help you, he's greeted with the event of a dead goblin, which died as he was running around the tent. And yeah, now you're just left with this big bugbear. He's not being a threat per se, so we'll say come out of initiative for now, and then if any of you like, we'll stay in initiative because he's like fucking bleeding profusely from the head, so We'll stay in initiative. Yeah, so still your turn.
I'll move up towards him.
Okay.
And still got my bonus action, right?
Yeah.
I can take another attack out on him, can't I? Or is
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna like try and stab my sword through his foot or something.
Okay.
Something non-vital, but like
Go ahead and make a
enough to hurt him.
attack.
Incapacitated.
It's 20 something.
You stab your short sword right into the foot, and it goes like into the ground a bit, and he just starts like, what the little fucking otter guy. He's like, yeah, he's
Do I need to roll damage or?
As you stab him in the foot, he begins to like his voice starts to get like a bit quieter and quieter, and as basically he it's his turn next, so basically he will try to like swat at you because you're like a small thing on this log, and
Mosquitoes.
but as he's doing that, he's like falling backwards, kind of like he's kind of like standing like doing this a little bit. But yeah, he's gonna try and make a swat at you with a 11 to hit. So you kind of easily just duck out of the way, and he like falls to the ground with a sword in his foot, and a lot of blood coming from his head. And because he's like still bleeding a lot, it is Greg, your turn.
I'm gonna end my rage, my bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a medicine check on
Okay, go ahead.
it. That is a 16.
Yeah, so you kind of tear off some of the clothes that he's wearing and use them as like bandages on the wound, and you try to like like stop it from bleeding a little bit, so that he doesn't bleed out and die. But you reckon that give it a few minutes or so, let it all kind of calm down. He'll be not dying, bleeding out, and you can take him back to Fandolin, and he probably won't wake up for a while from that. But yeah, as that encounter finishes, that's where we're gonna take a break so we can go and get some food and shit. And I really need to pee, so yeah. See you guys in like a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
A period of time.